Alright, and the countdown has begun. I just remembered I need to open my mouth. There we go. Open the window a little bit slowly. The cold air will be coming in. Alright, and here we go. Into game number 7. It's between oGaming's Ruined and LaGBelieve. This is a TVP ace match. Whoever wins this, their team will be receiving the $50. Believe going to be putting down his pylon over right next to his nexus. Now Ruined, will he be going for the mech style play once again? This is Daybreak, this is a much different map. It's much more wide open. Or at least, well, I guess, yeah, you could say that it's more wide open. Gateway getting thrown down, as well as the barracks for Ruined. Will it be one Rex expand once again? Usually in TVP it does go 1 Rex expand and 1 gate expand, and then it goes into whatever they're more comfortable with. That is how it usually works anyways. But then again, usually in TVP you see bio play, not mech play. A Ruined made mech play work. So will it be the same thing again? All we can do is wonder. It looks like it's going to be 1 Rex expand, as he is banking up quite a few minerals. And not going to be finishing off the wall off with the supply depot yet. And Cybernetics core is getting thrown down. A Zealot is on the way. Ruined is sending his SOV right now. It's going to see everything that is going on. And it will in fact be 1 Rex expand for Ruined. No gas is being taken yet. And this SOV is just peacefully going around, dancing around with the Zealot. Getting away, not getting hurt. And it's just gonna leave. And oh, in fact, it'll be double gas once again, so it's probably going to be the same opening. Well, it is going to be the same opening as last game, so it's going to be mech play once again for our Terran player Ruined. Now, how will Believe combat this? He knows how Ruined plays, as he was watching last game. Looks like Believe wants to kill off this SEV. It looked like it wanted to drop a engineering bay and block that off, but no, it was not able to. Second Nexus on the way. Orbital command coming out for Ruined. And yes, a factory is on the way right now for Ruined. And a reactor as well. And Believe is just going around the map. Second bunker going down right now for Ruined. The first one is filled up with 4 Marines. Now the Stalker is coming in range of the bunker, and it's going to go down. No, the Marines are just too slow. And another factory is on the way, so it will be mech play for Ruined. Bunker and their barracks and the factory getting switched out. Reactor Hellion production comes in. and it's not going to be the exact same one, as a tech lab is now coming out instead of a second reactor. So we're going to be seeing faster tanks. I mean, not tech, tanks. Or, in fact, you'll just be going triple heli in production instead of quadruple, and going to be getting the Infernal Pre-Igniter upgrade. And now the first 4 Hellions are going to be heading out onto the map. Ruined his supply block at 46 at the moment. The 4 Hellions going to be taking out a Stalker there. Another supply block again at 54. And now the Zealot going to get taken out by the 4 Hellions here. And Ruin just microing those Hellions very, very good. He is losing more health on his Hellions than the first few attempts, but it still is better. And as Bonker is saying, he might have some delay. He is from Australia, so he absolutely could be just having some delay. Believe has 2 observers right next to each other because that's what you need to do when you're versing a Terran. You just need to have all the observers clumped together so that when one dies, they're all still alive. Now with Twilight Council and 2 more gateways and 2 forges are on the way. Third base being taken from Believe right now. And some Stalkers tried to get in, but they weren't able to, as the bunker did stop it. The 3rd orbital command is on the way right now. 2 more factories coming down. And these Hellions are just trying to deal some damage to that Nexus. They did just that. Nice force within trapping those Hellions. 1 sentry did go down, and that sentry goes down as well. And first, Blue Flame has just ended, and a ton of Hellions are heading for the natural. They're heading for the probe line. Blue Flame is in fact done, and Hellions going towards the main as well in the natural, dealing so much damage here. Now they are going into the main, and there are still Hellions at the natural right now. The Hellions are in the main. Oh my god, they're dealing so much damage. Take a look at this. 22 workers killed so far. 23, 24. Very well done. And now even going to be killing off some more. 26. Putting him in an enormous worker lead at 50 to 26. And the first Colossus is out, but it won't be enough. He just doesn't have the income to produce anything for a while. He needs to make all of those probes back first. 26 at this early in the game is such a hard hit to you, especially when you take such a faster base. Not only does he have to resaturate his main and his natural, he has to saturate his 3rd along with that. And now these Hellions are going to try doing some more damage. Nice force fields will stop them from getting away. And now the Hellions are at the 3rd, going to be picking off even more probes now. 30 workers killed now. Nice force fields going to be chopping them some more. 1-1 on the way for vehicles. There are tanks out. Siege Tech is about finished up. And it has just finished. And a medevac is on the way. And yes, it will in fact be another Hellion drop coming around. Oh, but there is an observer here for Believe at the moment. And it will see that there is a medevac headed out for Ruined. +2 ground armor on the way for our Protoss player, Believe. Not going to be getting the +2 ground weapons along with it. Thermal Lance going to be replacing +2 ground weapons for now anyways. 2-2 on the way for our Terran player, Ruined. For his vehicles, of course, because he is not going bio with this. And these Hellions still just going around the map, still keeping Believe on his toes. When he's taking out that sentry, and this Colossus will finally clean those up. But these Hellions are just doing so much damage to his Protoss opponent. 34 workers killed in total so far. None of these bases, except for probably his natural, is fully saturated. It is 58 to 53 now. Ruin going to be getting his third base automatically, dropping down mules and getting some SCVs over here, dropping down turrets, and a sensor tower as well. It does always help, as you can just always know before your opponent gets there of whether or not he's coming. And oh, look at this. Ruin has the Zelnanga tower. He knows that his opponent is here. These Blue Flame Hellions are going to be trying to deal some damage. They will be killing off a sentry, but not really much past that. Those force fields were pretty good there, and it's just tanks. They're going to be sieging up, and Believe not is just going to be pulling back now. A scan goes down and sees that, oh, they're going to be leaving now. Charge on the way. 3-2 on the way, and Abstract Believe is going to be heading down towards the third. All the SCVs getting pulled. The orbital command is going to be lifted. There are Vikings out on the map already for Ruin, so this Colossus, without too many stalkers there, can easily just be picked off. Right now, one stalker is just trying. It's just trying its luck at the moment. Now it looks like the orbital command will get popped back down. The stalker is going to be actually picking off the turrets, the sensor tower as well. And some Hellions at the third once again. Ruin just staying active with these Hellions. And now going to be heading into the natural. How many workers killed? 52 so far. 54, 55, 56. Will he get a 57? Yes, he will. Ruin just doing so much damage with that. Now getting +3 vehicle weapons and Mobius reactor. And he has a macro orbital command somewhere. There are some tanks and Hellions back here. That's probably not the best thing. And there we go. Now we're going to be heading back to the front lines. And the Ruin is in such a huge lead at the moment. Supply blocked a little bit, but still in a lead. He's killed so many workers. He has such a awkward army to deal with as a Protoss. And look at this in income. He's 1,000 minerals ahead in income. And his Hellions are still going around the map dealing more and more and more damage. And Believe just hasn't been able to deal with it at all. And now we see that some more Hellions are heading over towards the third. A cannon is getting thrown down, but it won't be finished in time, as the Hellions are now arriving at the third. The probes are going to be attacked fairly quickly. 68 workers killed, 72 workers killed now, 73. And the Hellions now going for the natural here. And they're going to be picking off that sentry, going to be going into the mineral line here. Getting some more kills, even more, 80 kills in total so far. 85, 87, just more and more and more probe kills for Ruin's Hellions. Believe is just completely undersaturated. He doesn't have the production that he needs to be able to stay on par with his opponent. Let's just take a look. 67 to 34. Army supply very much in favor of Ruined, and now Believe is going to be trying to head around the top of the third base. There are tanks here already. The command center did get cancelled there, as it was about to die. But Believe just really can't do anything at all. And now Ghosts on the way as well. And Ruined, his EMPs were really good last game. They're probably going to be just as good, especially with the great positioning that Daybreak allows him. And more Hellions heading for the third. There's not too many probes here anyways, because he hasn't been able to make them again. And now, will he still be getting more probe kills? Yes, he will. Even when you're seeing that Immortal production has begun now. And another fusion core on the way for our Terran player here. So, Battle Cruiser is going to be coming out once again. Now 1-1 for ship plating. 1-1 for ships. Personal cloaking. Behemoth reactor on the way. 4 more command centers. And now going to be getting his 4th base over in the middle of the map. These are a ton of tanks. 18 tanks. And look at all of those white dots all around this entire base. Now, LaGBelieve just trying to get the best deathball composition that he possibly can. We do see that he's not going to be using his Templar for feedbacks, as he doesn't, again, know of the battle cruisers. He just doesn't. Ruin's been putting the fusion core in the right place, the right time. And now, LaGBelieve is heading up towards the top middle base. He's going around to the top left to try and check. And Ruined knows where his opponent is, killing off the observer. Very well done. Provided by the detection of that missile turret. And he has a sensor tower, so he knows where his opponent is at basically all times. Because there are actually 3 out on the map, and they cover so much area that Ruined will always know where his opponent is going to be. Weapon refit on the way, more ghosts coming out, more command centers. Shields, Stargate, Storm on the way. And another Hellion attack at the 3rd base of LaGBelieve. We have hit the 100 workers killed mark. And that is 113 workers killed in total. That is an insane amount. And now SCV is going to get sacked as well. For more ghosts. LaGBelieve knows what's coming now. He knows that the mech army is going to get bigger and bigger. And he also knows that this is the point where he's just going to have a ton of command centers everywhere. Another planetary fortress getting morphed in over on the bottom of the 4th base. Really should be changed to transform. It doesn't get morphed. It's not Zerg. 2-2 on the way, 4 ships and 3 battle cruisers coming up for Ruined now, and Ruined is maxed. He has a ton of tanks and Vikings, so Colossus won't really be able to pose a threat. And he can also, of course, just land them down as soon as the Colossus are dead. And now it looks like Ruin's going to be taking his 5th base on the top left corner. This stock is going to get taken out by 5 Hellions. And the fleet beacon is on the way right now, so Mothership is probably going to be coming out a lot earlier for LaGBelieve than Abstract's Mothership. Now the 4th base going to be taken for LaGBelieve over on the bottom right hand corner. Let's just take a look once again. 113 workers killed. Keep this in mind. Let's take a look at the income tab. 55 to 49. And that is, of course, not counting the mules. Right. And now the Vespene Geyser is going to be completely empty now, as it has reached the 25-minute mark. So Ruin going to be needing another base soon, and on Daybreak getting another base gets tricky, and alright then. Anyways, damn. Just damn. 143 probes killed this game. So far, we're not even done yet. This is just freaking insane. Now anyways, as I was saying earlier, Daybreak is a little bit of a funky map to get a 6th base on, as these two bases are extremely close to your opponent's bases as well. So it's very hard to try and defend it and defend all your other bases as well. Now Believe still isn't maxed out, and 3-3 is on the way for ships. Ruined has such a large bank at the moment, and he really can afford to do anything at this point. And now it looks like Ruined, he's unsieged all of his tanks. He's going to be moving out now. More Hellions at the bases of his opponent. 146 now. 148. And Ruined with such a ginormous metal army going around the entire map right now. Heading over towards the bottom end of the map here. There are some Thors out right now, another factory on the way for Ruined. As probably as soon as these tanks are going down, he'll probably need some Thors. Well, not need, he's going to be getting some Thors, as that's what he did last game. The mothership is out. There are actually 11 Vikings out. And the cloak is up, and some nice EMPs going off on the entire army there. The tanks doing so much damage. The Colossus going down extremely fast. The mothership also going extremely fast. A few feedbacks going down, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. There's just so much stuff for Ruined right now. Ruined's going to be getting more Thors, more Battlecruisers, more Ghosts. Believe just trying to do whatever he can. He obviously does not have the same amount of reinforcing amount of warp gates as Abstract did last game. And now Believe in such a very awkward position, trying to get another mothership to help out, but 5 more battlecruisers on the way with Yamato cannon can just easily rip that to parts. And especially, of course, they are joined with 11 Vikings and nukes. And now it looks like it's going to be Terran building armor as the random engineering bay upgrade of choice for Ruined, but still nukes. Nukes. So Ruined in a very comfortable position, sees about half of the map as his sensor towers just do that. And Believe only on really 2 mining bases. His natural is basically mined out, while Ruined is on also 2 mining bases, going to be going on to his 3rd soon. But really, Ruined could probably end the game fairly quickly, and oh, look at that, there's actually landed Vikings in the main base of Believe right now. And they're just doing so much damage for just Vikings. And now Ruined is also heading into the 4th base as well, and Believe is cut very thin at the moment. And he really can't do much. The 6th base is going to be at the top middle base, but I don't even think he'll need it, as he just ripped apart Believe's 5th base. Now looks, oh, the nuke missed, sadly enough. High-sec auto tracking also on the way for Ruined right now. And a double scan going down. He sees where the army is. And he's heading for it. The Hellions are getting quick shots on the Templar. Our mothership is out right now. And your model cannon's going off on that mothership, and it's very close to dying, and it goes down so quickly. Has really no feedbacks, allow the energy to stay there, and more battle cruisers as well, of course, help too. And now the Stalker's trying to blink underneath the battle cruisers, but they won't be able to do much. And Believe saying so effing bad. Believe is gone.